now that we've created the inside mould for our concrete succulent pot, what we need to do is to create some holes in the bottom of this so that they can be located onto our form ply base. The reason for that is because this doesn't have the luxury of having those screw holes that we put into the outside moulds, so otherwise it'd just be floating in midair and would be quite difficult to locate. So to do these holes on the bottom, what we're going to do is just create a sketch on that surface. So create a sketch, and what we're going to do is we're going to use 2 holes, because depending on the shape, especially if you've got a geometric type shape, we need to have them located in a certain way so that it doesn't spin around. What we're going to be using, some 6mm dowel as our locators. So what you can do is make that a 6mm hole, and also try and make it as wide as possible. So for example, let's try and make the center of the circle to the origin. Let's make that 20mm and see how that sends it out that way. So quite close to the edge, and now we'll do the exact same on the other side. Now you could use a mirror tool in this instance, but what we'll just do is dimension them out so that they're exactly the same. Now one little trick you can use when you're trying to use equal distances, so rather than typing the dimension in here, what I'm going to do is select the existing dimension and hit the tick just there. So for example, if I do change my mind and I want to make that 15mm, it'll bring the other circle with it. So that's a good little trick that just saves you a little bit of time if you're trying to do some editing. So I'll take it back to 20 and then finish the sketch. And now we're going to extrude those holes back and cut out the hole. Now reminder that that thickness is only 3mm, so it only has to be 3, but 10 is fine, so just cut them through, and now you'll see that they have cut all the way through. Now to make sure that those dowels are fully supported, what we're going to do is just spin this around the other direction, and we're just going to add a little bit of extra support. So we're just going to draw pretty much exactly what we did on the bottom. We're just going to make the circle slightly bigger, and we're just going to extrude up some little supports for that. So we've done a 6mm dowel. What we can do for this circle is to make it 10mm in diameter. So the wall thickness of that will be 2mm either side, and do the same down the bottom. So again, hovering over our circle just to try and get the center, like so. Bring it out, type in your 10mm, and then now that's ready to extrude up. So I'll just bring it over this way so you can sort of see it. Now hit the extrude. Now this could depend on what you're doing, but I think for this example we'll just do 20mm, and that will be enough to support it. The dowels will be a lot longer than those will be, but just to keep the inside mould nice and straight, I suppose the more you can afford as far as plastic for your model, the higher you can make these, but 20mm will be fine. So that, guys, is pretty much your inside mould finished. So good luck with creating your form ply base, and eventually good luck pouring your concrete pots.